What is up, everyone? Dan back at you with another video. Today we're going to be talking about Mass Effect Andromeda, what we know so far. Now, if you've ever played Mass Effect, it is a shooter-based space opera RPG, one where you take on the role of Commander Shepard in the lead role to combat the historic enemy known as the Reapers. However, in Mass Effect Andromeda, we are given a new protagonist by the name of Ryder, a young recruit who is chosen to take on the job of the Pathfinder, basically the person whose job it is to go out into the galaxy to find a new planet for humans to settle and create life on. This is confirmed in the trailer that released on N7 Day, the 7th day of November, that Mass Effect fans used to recognize the game and their love for it. Ryder is a part of what is called the Andromeda Initiative, which is a program that concerns a multi-species project containing scientists, colonists, and other important figures who were sent on a one-way journey to both populate the Andromeda Galaxy and create a reliable route between it and the Milky Way galaxy. Now, there are 4 separate arcs that were built to independently send Earthlings to Andromeda, with each one being led by a different Pathfinder, with one of these being Ryder himself. The plot we know of so far is that the arc with Ryder on it is known as the Hyperion arrived at the wrong location and loses contact with the other arcs, as well as its forward command center known as the Nexus. Now, the main enemy are a race simply known as the Ket. However, we've been told that not all the race may be seen as the enemy. Mass Effect is known for a few things: its good and bad morality system, allowing players to choose how their Shepard interacts with the world, one being the Paragon seen as more of the good side, and the Renegade seen as more of the bad side. However, this system is gone in Andromeda and traded in for a more blurring the lines between good or bad decisions system when it comes to morality choices, offering an even more robust investment for the player and the characters as well. Mass Effect is also known for its ability to allow players to traverse entire planets and galaxies, going off to different planets and experiencing its environments, finding materials, and even combating its unique enemies. Not all planets are habitable for humans, however. You may still be able to gather minerals and materials from it, but these planets will now affect players more based on the planet and its climate, which may sometimes cause the player to die if not tackled correctly. Now, also, there are no more loading screens while landing, along with the boarding your ship. One of the things that a lot of Mass Effect players wish were gone. A lot of the loading screens that we saw from Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 have been gotten rid of to allow the player to spend more time spending it in the world versus sitting watching loading screens. Mass Effect's combat throughout each game has evolved immensely, and Andromeda is no different. Here, we see the same cover-based shooting more refined and allowing players to focus more on the combat more often. There are no longer global cooldowns of your abilities, along with the class systems. However, we are told not to worry, as we can still put points into skills as we please, which basically means with all of the abilities that we'll have and all of the subclasses we'll have, our player will be able to use all of them and invest points where they feel they want to. Ryder has also been given a jetpack that allows him to hover around and use it to the advantage of the player to allow for a more aerial attack when it comes to combat, to attack enemies more effectively. Mass Effect has also and always done a fantastic job of creating multiple races of life and giving each a clear and cut background and creating diverse characteristics for each one. Andromeda is no different. We have already had the leak of a few of Ryder's crewmates you'll be able to meet and take on the journey with you. The first being Drac, which is a Krogan who, like many other Krogans of its race, is very loyal to his race and will be loyal to anyone who helps, supports, and protects his race as well. The other is someone by the name of Cora, who is probably the woman seen in the armor along with Ryder in the recent trailer on the moon. Some people are rumored to suggest that she is a biotic Asari. However, I believe this is not the case, and I feel like it's more closely going to be the woman in the other armor on the moon. Now, when it comes to Asari are an extremely intelligent race of females who are similar in looks to humans but live far longer than them. Some of the other confirmed races are Tyrians, who are known for their military-like culture and discipline, and also the race to the Mass Effect fan favorite Garrus. Other features known to us through leaks and rumors so far are our squad mates. Simply put, these are the first members of your team before we get to collecting all of our additional crew members. One being PB, which is an Asari squad mate shown in the trailer, the one that everybody was wondering whether or not she was Cora. I truly believe this one is the one from the trailer by the name of PB, who went off on her own after arriving on the Nexus and described as having a bubbly personality. This, I really believe, is her. The other is Liam, a former police officer known for his light attitude. Now, with all this information being put out, this all but gives us enough to get really excited for the game. However, there are still questions that we want to have answered that hopefully we get answered when Andromeda comes out, or at the very least we get closer to its release date. One being, what happened after the events of Mass Effect 3. As far as we know, these universes are in the same, these games are in the same universe. These games are kind of playing off of each other. The effects of Mass Effect 3 will be coming to play in Andromeda. What happened to Earth? We're not at Earth anymore. What happened to Earth? What happened to the Citadel? What happened to all of the mythology that was created in Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3? If this actually is the same universe, how will all of this stuff come into play when it comes to Andromeda? Is Shepard even known in this universe? Do we have any recognition or recollection of what happened with the Reapers? All that is another thing that we want to have answered, and it just makes me even more excited for the game. Some people worry, will this game be repeating itself by allowing a lot of the differences from the first ones to come over again? Some people also think, is this just a dual timeline? Is this something that's going to be happening in parallel with Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, as rumors have suggested? If it is, how does that affect the game? In a positive or a negative? In the coming months, as we get closer and closer to the release of this beautiful and promising game, we will be focusing more on this channel when it comes to Mass Effect, its universe, its lore, any news that's released, what we know so far at that time in the world. So thank you so much for watching this video. If anything helped, if you enjoyed any part of this video, a positive rating would be much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you back in Andromeda. Take care.